What is going on, everybody? I am the Dragon Lad, and welcome back to the Dragon's Lair for another Dragon Lad vlog, where blabbering and stuttering is my profession because I cannot make up my mind on what I want to talk about. But in all seriousness, this year and last year has been big in the gaming community as many titles across all genres have been launching titles left and right. From the new and fast Forza Horizon 5 to the open and vast Horizon Forbidden West to the wild survival of Back 4 Blood. However, many of the titles that the fans have been waiting for have not been releasing in a very positive way. As a matter of fact, there's been a lot of the gaming titles that we've been waiting for months, even a couple of years. We've already forgotten a lot of those. Like Battlefield 2042 being a blunder. Even Back 4 Blood having a really big release, but it was only played for a couple of weeks before everybody moved on. Not to say that the game is bad, but it was mentioned across almost every gaming platform, but a lot of people just haven't been playing it recently. Even Gran Turismo 7, honestly, it has really honestly fallen under the rug of games that have been cast out as of late. And it's really sad to hear because that has been a game that has been talked about for several months and has not been doing well. But as I say that though, as of recently, they actually have been coming back with good news and good updates. But we're going to be talking about racing games at another time. Instead, we are going to be talking about some major first-person shooter games in the first-person shooter community. Now, I know that we recently talked about it a video or two ago about the fall of the first-person shooter gaming collection, or selection, I mean. Looking pretty dry, and a lot of the major FPS games these days have actually been growing a bit stale. But it was honestly my mistake that I did not mention a lot of the games that are actually being made behind the scenes and could even possibly put a lot of these AAA games to shame. I do apologize that my glasses are lit up. My apologies. But one of the first games that I would like to mention as the big example of a non-AAA game being released that actually looks really amazing is a game called World War III. Yeah, I know, bad timing for the title, being released right now. But believe it or not, though, this game was actually made in 2018. It was a very good, somewhat similar version of Battlefield. But it is actually getting re-released this year. A lot of people were not talking about it before, and while it did not have much before, it is going to have plenty more now. And what is this game? So, like I said before, it runs very similarly to Battlefield, but it has certain different things like score streaks that allow you to use certain kinds of equipment out on the battlefield, and it's different. It's really different because, there's not a lot of games that have done this sort of thing. I know Call of Duty did kill streaks, but the way how World War III does score streaks where you don't have to get kills, you don't have to do, all these magnificent things, I mean, of course you gotta do things, like capture objectives, getting kills helps and stuff like that, but how well you do out there is how you will get the score streaks. It is very well put together. But on top of that, though, it looks amazing. The guns look really good. It is definitely a game to keep an eye on, and it might even knock Battlefield out of the picture, for real. The game is currently in beta at the moment, but once the game does get fully released, you will actually be able to get the game for free. So, definitely a title that to keep in mind, to keep an eye on. And the game has been in beta for a while, but it is going to be released pretty soon. I thought that the game was going to be fully released in March, but I think that they actually scaled it back a bit. I'm not entirely sure when the actual full release is going to be now, but it has been pushed back. But just a game to keep in mind. But another game, if you're a fan of first-person shooters, Insurgency Sandstorm, which is a game that's actually been out for a little bit. And it's another tactical first-person shooter that I am honestly surprised that not a lot of people have been talking about. The reason I say that is because it has an insane amount of game modes. The maps are really well put together. From what it looks like, there's a great selection of guns. And right now, it is available on most gaming platforms, from Xbox to PlayStation and PC, PS4, Xbox One, so that way you won't be able to miss out if you want to try out another tactical first-person shooter. Definitely something I would recommend trying out. I have seen a lot of gameplay for it, and it does actually look very, very promising. So definitely a game to look into. This is another game, I believe it's in pre-alpha, if I'm not mistaken, but it is currently being developed by gamers and I believe YouTube content creators themselves. And that's going to be great because we really, really need more YouTube content creators to put their ideas into video games that will just absolutely blow away the AAA titles that are currently out there right now. One of these examples is Operation Harsh Doorstop. If none of you have heard of this game, it is essentially another Battlefield-ish kind of style game. Now, I will admit, I haven't seen a lot on the game yet, but from all of the gameplay, from all of the features that I have seen YouTube content creators talk about, on the game, it's going to be amazing. They want to have a lot of realistic features, a lot of realistic physics into the game, where there are a lot of, certain special things about specific guns, like the M1 Garand having its little ping. They want to have all the special good stuff in these games on Operation Harsh Doorstop. And like I said, I haven't done much research on it yet, mainly because I haven't had the time to do so. But there is a lot of promise in this game. And if you want more information, there are other first-person shooter content creators like Blue Drake 42 that'll have updates for you on the game. In all honesty, though, at the moment, that is all that I actually have to talk about on first-person shooter titles. But here's to hopes that we'll hear some more juicy goodness on all of the titles. Finally, some good updates. Even Battlefield 2042, which as of late actually made its first good update since its release. Since its release, Battlefield 2042 has actually made a decent update. So definitely keep that in mind. But other than that, everybody, that is actually all that I have to talk about. As always, if you guys want to hang out with me, I am always on Twitch playing games, and as always on here on YouTube, we'll be keeping up with the vlogs. So can't wait to see you guys next time. And it was great to see you all again. Even though I'm looking at a camera, I still see you. So I'll see you all next time. Thank you all so much for everybody that is tuned in. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully you all are staying safe. Have an absolute fantastic week. Make sure you keep yourself safe. Make sure and remember, you are important in this world. Remember that. Keep your mental health in good check as well. I'll see you all next time. This has been the Dragon Lad, burning out.